Hi friends, hello, it's Lindsay here and I'm back with another beauty video. I know, I'm no expert, but these things work for me and I hope that they'll be helpful for you too. And guess what we're talking about today? I'm sharing my little bag of tricks, all drugstore finds. Everything I'm gonna use today to create a quick, easy, bronzy look for under 12, 15 bucks. Nothing here is over $15, and I know that you can recreate this too. If I can do it, you can do it. So here goes. All right, real talk friends. There are roughly a million things that I should be doing right now, but I'm not. Let's play in makeup instead, right? That sounds like way more fun. So my fellow procrastinators, we're uniting here and we're talking all things drugstore makeup. Now, there are some things that I absolutely love spending a little bit more money on. Maybe not love, but I think it's worth spending a little bit more money on. How about that? And usually that's a foundation, I think skincare, sunscreen, some things like that. But I have tried lots of different brands, lots of different drugstore options, and I found a really good mix here in my bag of tricks, and I'm excited to share them with you. So let's get started. Just like with using high-end makeup, I think you for sure want to start with a primer. So this NYX Angel Veil is a really good option. Everything I'm going to show you here today is under $15. A lot of it is under $10, so you can't go wrong. It won't break the bank and you'll look and feel amazing. So primer is a really great place to start. Just a little bit, probably like a dime size amount, putting it all over. It just gives that really great base to start your makeup, and I think it makes a really big difference. So if you're not doing that, if there's one tip that you take away from that, grab a primer, and I think this NYX is a really great option. Most of these you should be able to find at Target. I tried to keep it kind of all at one store so you can grab it the next time you're at Target or throw it in your Target shopping cart online and have it sent to your house. So we have primer on. That's that really nice base. So next up, let's talk about foundation. So this is another NYX product. This is a new one and I really like this. I've been using this now for about a week. I normally use the IT Cosmetics CC cream. Love that. You can watch for that on deals through QVC or through Sephora or Ulta. But this is another really great option. And what is this we have here? I am so excited about this. I've been working on this for quite some time now. These are my Love Lindsey custom brushes. I cannot wait. There's a whole set. There's 14 brushes, everything you'd need. It comes in this amazing branded bag. So I feel like we should do a giveaway at the end, right? So if you found this helpful, I mean, even if you didn't, I'll still send I'll still send something. We'll do a fun giveaway and give away some of these sets. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so this is, I love just this stipple brush. Just put a little bit on your hand. Sometimes I'll even put it on the top of a cleaned compact. Just gives you a little something to work with. But I don't think you need a ton, and I really, really like this foundation. I think it covers really well. I'm using the shade Buff. I don't tan, but this, I have a little bit of self-tanner on, so I think that this is a good shade. It's so inexpensive though, if you're sort of in between. I think you can get to and sort of mix and make your own shade. So just a good all over coat. I love that you can build too if there's some areas that you feel like you need a little bit more coverage. I always really brush up into my hairline and down my neck because that's always the worst, right? When you have that line right there. Next up, I normally wear Shape Tape, which is the Tarte concealer. I absolutely love it, but a friend recommended this as a good dupe. I won't say that it's exactly the same, but it's pretty darn close, and it is about a third of the cost. So this is the Maybelline Instant Eraser. I really like this applicator. It's got a sponge applicator. You just, a few clicks at the bottom. What I've really been doing lately is just focusing my concealer like right here in a tiny little square. You'll see a lot of people take it like all the way out here, which is fine if you're 20. I'm not. So what I'm trying to do is brighten under my eyes and sort of down my T-zone, around my nose, just sort of brightening this area without looking older. And when it settles into your pores, it looks older. So I'm just gonna take this brush and just sort of pat that in, just so that it's brightening that area. I usually cover on my eyelids too with any excess. Again, I'm no expert, guys, total amateur here, but this is what I do. And if you are struggling, feeling like, gosh, you just don't know what to get at the drugstore or a cheaper option, hopefully this will be helpful. Okay, so next up, for a really great setting powder, I like the Charlotte Tilbury, but it is a bit spendy. So this is a really great option so that you don't have to spend a ton of money. This is NYX. I promise I have a few non-NYX things, but I just think it's a really good brand that you get a lot of bang for your buck. Inexpensive, easy to get, and easy to use. So this is the porcelain no filter finishing powder, and I love using just a little bit of this, goes a long way, but just sort of where I put concealer in those spots. It is pretty darn close, and it is a fraction of the price of that Charlotte Tilbury, which I love, but it's a fraction of the price. Actually, let's do the bronzer first. So this is NYX. This is the matte bronzer. It is a powder, but it sort of reminds me of that Chanel bronzer that a lot of people talk about, and it is, I mean, pennies compared to that, but I really like this one. So this is bronzer I'm just gonna use sort of, you know, underneath my cheekbones, up around the top, like into my hairline. I'm real pale, so I am not a big contour person. I'm not that fancy, but I do like to bring it just sort of up underneath right here and then just blend it out really well. And then sort of underneath your jaw. I think it creates that dimension. A little bit down the sides of my nose, but just sort of underneath to kind of warm up your face. And I really like how it blends in. Look at instant. Real pale girl, got tan all of a sudden. Okay, next up, don't be scared. I know this is gonna scare you. There's a couple things that I do that might scare you, and I don't know, maybe it would scare everyone, but I really, really love this. It is bright coral, almost kind of like a neon coral. This is the Milani Coral Cove. Especially for summer, do not be afraid of this. I think it is so pretty. It really warms up your face. I think it works on all skin tones, but just a little bit on your cheeks, on sort of that apple of the cheeks. See how bright that is, but it's not shocking on you, and it is so pretty, especially just with a little bit of a tan or a touch of that bronzer. Just right there, just a little bit. So fun. I think if you're getting bored with what you're doing every day, that's a really good option. Okay, next up, let's talk brows. I am not a big like fancy brow person. I don't know how to do all that. That is over my head. But I do like the Ka-Brow from Benefit, but it is spendy. This from Milani is real darn similar, and it comes with a pot, it comes with a brush. So for me, what I do is just try and fill in some of those spaces that look a little bit thinner from all the years of, you know, over plucking and all the things that we shouldn't do to ourselves, right? So just the tiniest little bit, just kind of filling in those spots. Really easy to use. You don't have to be a professional or fancy, but just a little bit to kind of fill them in and define the brows on your face. And then this is another good option too from NYX. This is like a marker version. So if you want to actually draw in some strokes, I think this one is really good because you can sort of fill in those spots that you feel like you want, and it looks natural because you can do the strokes. This is what I use every day, and I absolutely love it. This is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I love that it has a little bit of tint because if it's clear, I've noticed a lot of times it looks almost kind of white or waxy on my eyebrows, and I don't like that. So because this has just a touch of tint, I feel like you can just kind of brush them up and out the way that you want, and they stay in place without getting that kind of waxy look. Okay, next up, let's talk lips. Okay, so next up is lips. This is going to scare you. Don't be scared. This is the Maybelline Long Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Pencil in the color Glazed Toffee. The last time that I did a makeup tutorial, just kind of my everyday look, a lot of you asked me about eyeliner and if I wear it. And I used to wear eyeliner a lot. I think I just got lazy and I don't really wear it that much anymore. I still like it every once in a while, but I'm gonna do some eyeliner today with this, but I'm also gonna use this on my lips. I want to challenge you to use this as a twofer because I really love the way that it turns out just for a nice neutral look. So here goes. This is the brown. So I'm just gonna lightly line, and then I sort of push them together, zhuzh them around a little bit, right? With that brown. On top of that, I'm gonna put this Milani Satin Matte, and this is in the shade Lavish. It's just a really pretty brown nude. And see how that already blends in really pretty? It just defines that outside. And if you want it to be a more harsh line, you can really get that ombre effect. But I love what that brown does on sort of a neutral face. And I think a lot of people don't know that. So they think they have to use a pink or something like that. And I really, really like it. So give this just a second. And then these are so good. You can put this over any lipstick, but these butter glosses, if you haven't tried these, they are my favorite. This is NYX Butter Gloss. This is the Tiramisu. This is more of like a pinky nude. This has more pink in it. This is the Sunday Mimosa. They're both great. These are like $5 and you can't go wrong with these. I'm gonna do the Tiramisu because I like this sort of pinky brown look we're going for here, but just a little bit on top. Oh, ta-da, right? Isn't that so pretty? You just get that hint of pink, you get that little bit of the nude, the brown just sort of all blends in, and I absolutely love it. Okay, so we're gonna go for a little bit of a twofer today. I'm all about giving you lots of bang for your buck. We're gonna take this bronzer that we used and we're gonna use it as eyeshadow. So I already sort of put concealer up on my lid to sort of give it a neutral base. And then this bronzer you can use as an eyeshadow as well. So I'm just gonna real quick, again, this is like fast, everyday face. I don't have time for a lot of glam most days. But that could not be easier. Super, super simple, and I absolutely love it. I love this Milani highlighter. We've talked about this before. It has lots of different shades, so you can use that again as, you know, bronzer, as a eyeshadow, as a highlight. But this is another fun option. This is NYX, it's a Dose of Dew, and it's a stick, which is really nice and easy to travel with. I mean, if we could travel, we will eventually someday, but this is really great to travel with too, and I love it's just a really pretty kind of pinky, a little bit of sparkle, but I put a little bit there, a little bit kind of on my Cupid's bow, a little bit on my chin, and you can just kind of dab it on your cheekbones. You can even put just a touch up here. You can use your finger or a brush, but I love to put just a touch up here as like a highlight on my brows. A little bit right here. Just shiny and pretty. Isn't that so fun? Just brightens up your face. Okay, so now we're gonna talk eyeliner. I love this. It is so good, really inexpensive. And this brown, I think is just really good for anybody can use it. If you wanna go for like the cat eye or the winged liner, then yeah, you can use black, but I always use a dark brown. I think it's really pretty on all skin tones. For me, I just sort of take it from the outside really light and I go about, let's say 5/6 of the way in, right? So not all the way into the corner, but almost there. And then the same thing on this side. And you can always use a brush and sort of smooth that out, but I think this is sort of foolproof. If you want, I just kind of want to keep it light and bright, so I'm not going to put it on the bottom. If I was going to, I would put it on just about halfway and then sort of smudge it a little bit. I don't like a really harsh line on the bottom, especially as I've gotten older. I just don't think it's as flattering. So I usually keep underneath my eyes really bright. I will usually put highlighter underneath there just so that it's bright and open. That's what I'm going for, right? Just sort of that like youthful glow that we're all trying to recreate, even if we're not feeling so youthful. But that's what I do. But this is a really great liner. Super simple. Okay, next up, I forgot it in my bag of tricks, but I'm gonna go grab it. I'm gonna finish with just a coat of my my very, very favorite mascara. That is the Lash Warrior from Flower Cosmetics. It is so good, and like 10 or 12 bucks. I've tried everything, I'm telling you. I'm gonna go grab that, pop on some mascara, and we'll show you the finished look. Okay, I'm back. Mascara on. Here's that mascara. I absolutely love it. Lash Warrior, write that down if you buy nothing else. This will be your drugstore friend. But, ta-da! That's it, guys. Take the clip out. I feel like $1,000,000. but I didn't have to spend $1 million to get here. Super inexpensive, great things to have in your purse, to throw in your little bag of tricks. And I hope that you love it. Remember, doing a fun giveaway because I want everyone to be able to get their hands on these brushes that I worked really hard on. I think it has everything in there that you need in a great case, because you know, we gotta have a great case. But I'm super excited. So be sure to comment, share this video, and be sure to subscribe. Stay tuned. We have lots more beauty, lifestyle, business, motivation, all things coming your way very soon. Thanks so much for being a part of this community. I hope you have an amazing day, and I can't wait to see the looks you create with your drugstore finds. If you have some great drugstore finds too, comment below. I want to hear all about them. Help a girl out. I'm always looking for a good deal too.